find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on his game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their airs like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcast, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he here, you other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion.
And welcome everybody back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. How you guys doing today? My wrestling fans that are out there, happy to be here. We had SmackDown live in Germany. I mean, like, really, how much fun was it having SmackDown in Germany? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Again, my name is Mike Knoxxx, and indeed it is a pleasure to be again with you guys today. We're going to talk about what happened on Raw this afternoon, which I have a question for you people watching and Vaughn backstage. Is it me or I actually hate wrestling at 2 p.m. And next week is even worse. We get it at 3 p.m., right? But, you know, I would say this. I was talking to Chris, and he made a good point. It's better than the tape shows, you know, because with the tape shows, we have to stay away from the dirt sheets. You know, we got all that nonsense we have to worry about. And, you know, the one thing I didn't have to worry about, some spoilers, right? So, and for those who didn't just catch the show, we have a new theme song. And shout out to my man, LTE Capone. Now, remember last week, Vaughn, I was talking my shit, right? Literally at like, I went to sleep early because, you know, I'm going to start over. All right, I'm going to start all the way over. You see, I'm still rocking my hat, right? I'm going to just say this to Willie, to my brother-in-law, to my cousins, to my uncles, to you fake-ass friends that I don't never meet in real life that I met you on social media. I don't call you motherfuckers. Vaughn filmed me because Vaughn did this to me a couple weeks back when the Cowboys beat us. I don't call y'all. I don't text y'all. I don't sit up here and go, your team ass my team. I don't do that. Yes, we lost, okay? But win or lose, I'm bleeding Philadelphia Eagle green. That is my team. That is my love. That is who I love like I love Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But the season's over now. And I digress. On to the Bears, my hometown, okay? I don't love them like I love my Eagles, but I like them a lot. And I love me some Caleb Williams. You know that, Vaughn. I've been saying it since he got drafted. That boy, in my opinion, is the next Kermit the Frog. You know who I'm talking about. And Patrick Mahomes. That man can, if we had Caleb Williams on the Eagles, they would have beat San Francisco yesterday. I will say that. But hey, Jalen, you're still my quarterback. You're still my quarterback. And now, like I was saying before, okay, back to the program. For the first time, I told y'all last week, I was like, man, my theme song, I'm supposed to have a new theme song, and he ain't brought it to me yet. I'm not feeling this right here. I need a theme song from somebody who said, I got you with a theme song. I woke up in the middle of the night, Vaughn, to go to the bathroom. You know, I'm old. So I go to the bathroom like 2 or 3 times a night. Okay, I'm 50. And I checked my phone, and lo and behold, I had a new theme song. So those who just got to the program, so what you think about it?
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on his game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their airs like Gangrel. Look,
I like how the new video still keeps in, like, right when Hogan gets his head kicked off, it says, let's go. Because that's what we are about here. Welcome again to the Mike Knoxxx Show, where this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. And I am your $1 million host. You are the $1 million audience. And together, I mean, like the mega powers, I still love them, I just hate them, right? We tag in and out to form the $1 million connection. Please make sure at this point you guys like, follow, and subscribe to the program. I see you in the chat there. Spot Face, I see you, Grandbody P, in the chat as well. Your other comments coming up soon. I see you and I appreciate you. Listen, check this out. Make sure, like I said, you like, follow, and subscribe to the program. Make sure you guys follow the Ayatollahs to the Rock and Rollers, which is my producer backstage. I'm like, well, is he talking to Zordon? Is he talking to Nietzsche? No, I'm talking to Vaughn. Y'all know he is. This Week in Wrestling, the Victorious Ones podcast every single Thursday. 301 King Vaughn, 301 Victorious Ones podcast. Make sure y'all follow him, please, and do all that good stuff you're supposed to do. Okay? But let's go ahead and get to the show real fast, Vaughn, if we can, because I can't pronounce the name of the goddamn city, Vaughn. Düsseldorf wasn't wonderful like Orndorff. Okay? Yes, your tribal chief, okay? That is a theme song, Mike. When Michaela get mentioned in rhymes, that's it. That's what I said. Listen, that was one of my favorite parts. I said, did he just say Michaela? And she didn't even have a segment this week. She'll be back next week with a segment. But nonetheless, I am here to talk professional wrestling. And look, Raw opened up with, I hate Rio. Whatever they did, I'm not a fan of them. Can Rhea Ripley go back to being a heel, please? I'm sorry, I can't stand her being a face. That's not who she is. Nobody who's goth, no offense, is a face. It's just a matter of fact. Okay, you can't be a face and then look like that. But they come to the ring. They're talking their shiznai, and who's going to be, they're talking their tag team. You got the other girls come out, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, no longer Mid Morgan. Okay, we got Mid Bailey at this point coming out with feathers. Stephanie Valkyrie comes out. I love that the Kabuki Warriors like, nah, I want my rematch, which they should get. But you know what? I'm with Spot Face. Of all the times we see wrestling overseas, right? This was the weakest, right? It really was. Now, they got into a match. And the match wasn't back. I will say this: there was not a bad match tonight on Raw. Okay, and for the most part, Raw has been a better show than SmackDown. It has historically, especially since Roman Reigns has left SmackDown. Right? That's exactly what we know. But Kabuki Warriors take on Feathers and Mid Bailey taking on Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, and they are come out victorious. You like that, right? Don't you, Ron? Roxanne Perez. You know what I mean? I'm a big Roxanne Perez fan personally, y'all. I think next to Asuka on the main roster, she's the best in-ring talent. That's just me. To each their own. That's just mine. From Mike Knoxxx. That's not Nietzsche's. That's Mike Knoxxx. But they come out victorious and get the tag team title match in Montreal, right? Which I believe is SmackDown or whatever, right? Then CM Punk comes out, and this is the part that's funny because Spot Faces text. First of all, I'm at work while this shit is on, right? Spot Faces must be watching it somewhere, and he just keeps texting. He says, so we supposed to just believe that all of a sudden Finn Balor can be a contender? And I'm like, hold up. There'll be no Finn Balor slander on the Mike Knoxxx Show. I am a Finn Balor guy. Prince the Vet. Even CM Punk called him Prince. Okay? So let's do it right now. Prince said, nah, learn from you. I'm going to get the home field advantage and take you on next week in Ireland, which he's still not going to win. Right? He's in Ireland. Are they going to all of a sudden let Finn Balor become champion? I hope so. I would like to see that. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's just not something that I foresee taking place and happening. But hey, this is professional wrestling, right? Anybody at any given time can win a match, right? I say it all the time, right? Yes, we're going to go all the way back to 1, 2, 3 Kid beating Razor Ramon. I'm going to go all the way back to Rey Mysterio Jr. beating Paul White or the Big Show. What the hell was his name back then? The Giant, right? Beating the Giant, right? I'm going to go even further to stack them, pin them. When Roman Reigns pinned them both at the same time. I'm going to go back to Kofi Kingston winning and Kofi Mania. I'm going to go back to Daniel Bryan, the Yes Chant occupying Raw and winning the championship as well. Anything is possible! Because it's professional wrestling. You're supposed to suspend your disbelief. And then during the commercial break, this is how bad this shit was, right? Where did all of a sudden the Jey Uso hate come from? I'm serious. Can somebody tell me where all of a sudden the Jey Uso hate comes from? Because he is like a top 3, top 4 merch seller in the WWE. So do you really think they give a fuck what you guys hate about on the internet? Because 1 second it's give him the title, give him the title. Now he gets the title, so he's out of breath. He's an alcoholic. What can he do? I don't know. He can put butts in his seats. Every time he comes out, them motherfuckers be yeeting all over the place. Now, granted, some cities, now hear me in, coming closer. I'm sorry, guys. Look at my face. Some of you motherfuckers ain't got no rhythm. Okay? How hard is it to... That's not hard. You can tell. And some of you black folks be active with no rhythm too. This is how you know the church is dying, Vaughn. Because where I come from, the Baptist church, I came out the womb knowing how to step. I'm from Chicago, baby. What do you mean you can't yeet? That's embarrassing. Just like it was embarrassing having him come out during the commercial break, which nobody fucking saw live on TV. Okay? And then, right? So that was one thing. All right? But also on Raw last night, no win for Finn. You don't leave Finn Balor alone. Okay? I told you, there's no Finn Balor slander, Prince Devitt slander. What if he comes out as the demon? Huh? What if he's the demon next week? You're going to feel real stupid because the demon has a chance, right? No, not really. Damn it. I don't know if he has a chance either. Either way, I'm rooting for Finn Balor, okay? Then we get these suckers, okay? And for the record, that is this. Can the Americanos be over? Please. Can the Americanos be over? Because we have one Americano taking on. Now, this might piss some people off on, but I got to be who I am. Now, y'all know what we think here on the Mike Knoxxx Show. What Mike Knoxxx believes in more than anything there is in the world. Issa Rae, please tell him. Just like sinners at the Golden Globes last night.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
How can I say this without pissing y'all off? I didn't like Mello at first. He grew on me, right, Vaughn? I didn't like Mello at first. I didn't like Trick Williams at first, to be honest. He had to grow on me. I didn't like the Pebble, Ricky Saints, at the time. He had to grow on me. Pause. All those are pausables. Javon Evans can wrestle his ass off. He's a black luchador. Some will call him the 21st century's Kofi Kingston. If not for the nature of the country, Kofi Kingston would have never been world champion. The temperature of the country and all the stuff that was going on in America and Black Lives Matter gave Kofi Kingston that title. First of all, I hate his nickname, Vaughn. The Young OG. That's a fucking oxymoron. I'm an OG. You this is strike shit. I earned this shit. I'm serious, Vaughn. I earned it. To be an OG, you have to be old. So what the fuck you mean, young OG? Which, okay, somebody out there going to say, well, they're going to go ahead not understanding the language and what he means. He's saying he's young, but yet he thinks like an OG. No, the fuck he don't. No, he don't. Have you listened to this man? Again, I want to root for him. I want to cheer for him. But he is 1,000%. Hear what I just said to you? 1,000% going to be nothing bigger. If he's lucky, an intercontinental United States, they might bring back the cruiserweight title just for him. People can grow, but all you see is Kofi Kingston. I'm sorry. Hey, Javon, I love you. You already know it. Like sinners at the Golden Globes, like Tiana Taylor at the Golden Globes. You know what it is.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And so that's just what it is. Okay. I just don't see him, Vaughn, in audience getting over. I just don't see it. People just like to hate. Well, talking about Jey Uso. What's up, Perfect Plex? Jey Uso's the worst tag guy turned single wrestler ever. Y'all gonna leave the Usos alone because I've been down since day one. Shit, okay? Y'all gonna stop. You got here, Spot. This is with our problem. We work together. You're just a hater. And I get, I'm your fan's favorite fan and your hater's favorite hater because every fan has a little bit of hate inside of them. But damn it, you are a super hater. Okay? God damn it. Okay? He's bouncing. In Vince McMahon's universe, Jey Uso would have never sniffed the world title. Listen, I'm speaking to Chris again today. I'm going to say this. If Vince McMahon was here, I think we would have better booking than what we have right now. I think Obi Femi would definitely be world champion if he was here. Javon Evans would not have been called up. And if he would have been, he'd have been on SmackDown. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. Jeffrey Times and Javon is a mid-card for sure. And that's a shame. But is it a shame? Right? What's wrong with, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like when people go to the pros and someone goes, yo, he sucks. I can't do that shit. I play professional. I mean, I played semi-pro baseball. Never made it to the show. Right? So if you make it to the show, or you made it, right? Him getting to the main roster, hell, him getting to NXT, he's made it. What is he, 23 years old? This is insane, right? But when I look at him, this is just my old ass watching wrestling all these years. I just don't see him overstepping what I see. I don't see him having the mic skills enough. And this is when he was in NXT. No offense, we said it on a few shows back. Remember we had Coach P on and Wally on from Urban Sports Scene, right? If anything, they will never book it. They would never put it this way. But if they called him a YN, the best YN, then he would be over his shit in the black community. But the young OG, nah, dog, that shit is not working for you. And you are a black luchador. Javon Evans is the YN123 kid. Did you write that before I read it or before I said it? Or did you write that? Okay, but that's exactly what he is, right? And there's nothing wrong with that except for when white people say what the N and the YN stands for, right? That's the only problem we have. Okay, it's that part right there. But we also get Raquel Rodriguez, Big Mommy Cool, comes out, talks her shit because she gets the next title shot because they're going to just prolong this thing with Stephanie Valkyrie because her injuries that took in place. But that was that. I see, that's another thing about, is it me? I'm being honest. 1 out of every 5 Raws on Netflix is good. Raw has not been the greatest since it's been on Netflix, guys. And here's the thing. It's Mania season is upon us, right? It's not here technically yet. It's not here technically until the Royal Rumble hits, right? But I think that's even tainted. In Saudi Arabia at 2 p.m. on a Saturday? Now, granted, hey, I ain't got us up to 10 o'clock, but it's Saturday anyway. It came on at 7. It was over about maybe 11. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I mean, we shall see, right? We shall see. But Gunther takes on AJ Styles. And it's Big Mommy Cool is her nickname. Okay? That's her nickname. Big Mommy Cool. Okay? But as Spot, who's on the screen, was texting talking about Finn Balor didn't have a chance. Did you motherfuckers think AJ Styles had a chance? Like, if I'm not made to believe that Finn Balor can be world champion or win a match, I'm supposed to believe that AJ Styles can all of a sudden because he's only in this match. Here you go. This is why this is called the show for the intelligent wrestling fans. Y'all know why he got this match, don't you? Y'all know why he got this match, right? Because Gunther retired Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady the GOAT, never seen 17, Cena. Yeah, I got that shirt on still. All right. I still got it on. Just because his punk ass gave up don't mean I'm giving up on him. Okay. Also, because my Eagles lost don't mean I'm giving up on my team. Okay. See, metaphors. But he only got that because when he beat him, and the one thing I give Triple H a lot of credit for that you fuckers don't give him credit for is he does read the internet. He will read all day and say, oh, this stuff on the internet. Here it is.
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there, it's not real life. Like you could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. It's not, and I'll use Cody as the example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a baby face. He's like, really? Because I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10,000, 15,000 people every night going ape shit for me, selling the most merchandise. He's like, yeah, but sure, whatever you want to say on the internet.
Right.
Hey, Triple H.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Because you actually do pay attention to the internet. You do. I get this. That's why we have, which is all stupid, right? We call it the internet wrestling community. We're all on the internet. So we're all part of that same community. But it's broken down for those who are dumb versus those who are intelligent, right? The intelligent wrestling fans knew as soon as we saw AJ's retiring, it's got to be Gunther. Have him retire everybody. Oh, let's put this match together for the fans. He ain't even retiring right now. So to have this match already, you thinking that he's done? He's not retiring in February. He's not retiring in March, right? I think he retires at like SummerSlam, something like that. I think his contract's over in somewhere that fair late. I'm not that smart. For those who know more than I do, please let me know. Okay, but him beating, if I'm not supposed to believe that Finn Balor can beat CM Punk, then I'm supposed to believe that AJ Styles can beat Gunther in Germany. And when is Gunther going to realize? I mean, not Gunther. AJ Styles going to realize, ain't you a veteran? A tap out is on the mat, not touching you. That was one dumbass finish. Raw. Somebody inboxed me last week, Vaughn, and said, well, the people who wrote for the gold and black era of the NXT division, they're running Raw right now. Are they? Are they? That same belt I got behind me? The Triple X belt? For real? Because I'm not seeing that shit on Monday Night Raw. That shit was corny. That shit was corny, Vaughn. 100%. I'm sorry. I did not like it. I couldn't stand it. Listen, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Vaughn. Then we're going to talk a little bit about SmackDown last week and get our asses up out of here, all right? We'll be right back here, y'all, on the Mike Knoxxx Show. Yo, Vaughn, let's talk about it.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's because he's hardcore, present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Yo, 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 it's crime time.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast from Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. January 13th, 1993, WWE Clash of the Champions. Of course, 22 took place in Milwaukee. This was the last event for Jim Ross at WCW as a commentator before he joined the WWF in March, which is why he was at WrestleMania 9. In the main event, it was a Thunder Cage match where the team of Dustin Rhodes, Sting, and Cactus Jack defeated Vader, Barry Windham, and Paul Orndorff. On the same day in 2000, at SmackDown taping in Milwaukee, same place, it's funny, right? Mick Foley brought back his Cactus Jack persona to WWE for the first time since 1998. So, of course, because of the upcoming street fight with Triple H at the Royal Rumble. So that's what Cactus Jack came out. Great match, by the way. On the same day in 2009, Kurt Angle defeated AJ Styles, aforementioned AJ Styles, in a tables match at the TNA Impact tape in Orlando. January 14th, 1992, at a WWE Worldwide tape in Marietta, Georgia, Arn Anderson defeated the Z-Man to win the WCW TV Championship. I kid you not. On the same day, 2019, Bobby Lashley defeated Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship on Raw from Memphis. January 15th, 1989, the first ever Royal Rumble pay-per-view took place in Houston, Texas. In the main event, 1988, in the main event, Big John Studd won the 30-man Rumble match. On the same day in 2017, WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka passed away, surrounded by family and friends in Pompano Beach, Florida. January 16th, 2006, Edge retained the WWE Championship against Ric Flair and TLC match on an episode of Raw from Raleigh, North Carolina. And of course, January 17th, 1994, the Quebecers defeated 1-2-3 Kid and Marty Jannetty to win back the WWF Tag Team titles at a house show match at Square Garden. As far as birthdays, January 13th, Shad Gaspar, rest in peace, would have turned 45. January 13th, Bruce Hart that turned 76. January 14th, Matt Riddle turns 39. On that same day, Ernest Miller, the Cat, turns 62. January 14th, Hacksaw Jim Duggan turns 72. And January 15th, Shane McMahon turns 56. That's the week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson,
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's because he's hardcore, present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Thanks for that, King Vaughn. I think you dropped some gems right there. Listen, you mentioned Jimmy Superfly Snooker, friend of the program. We interviewed him. Okay. You talked about a good personal friend of mine in Chad Gaspar. We interviewed him. May he rest in peace and happy birthday to him. True life hero. You talked about Ernest the Cat Miller, who he said, not quote, man, that's the best damn introduction I've ever heard. Okay. And all these interviews, you can go to the YouTube page, guys, like, follow, subscribe, go to the YouTube page, go to the archives there. We have all those interviews there live before this shit became nationally known as podcasts. And because I got a camera, you got a camera, I got a microphone, you got a microphone. Oh, you're my friend, you're not my friend. Let's get together and do a podcast. I was doing this shit right here. And I was interviewing all these guys back then. Okay. So thank you for that, King Vaughn. Also, I want to touch on, you can tell about that Royal Rumble match. That is literally my favorite match of all time with Mick Foley, that with him and Triple H at that Royal Rumble. I love that. And I thought back then when they went to Madison Square Garden, because it's always going to be special because it's the world's greatest arena. Okay. But they just did things differently there than they did everywhere else. And I like that they had those short entrances back then. Like same they did for that Royal Rumble that time, right? They had the cab coming out the wall. I love that whole entire Royal Rumble. But if we can real fast, so get you guys out of here. SmackDown did take place last week. And we got Randy Orton coming out to start the show. But he had to come out to my man and his lemon pepper steppers talking shit. And there ain't nobody talking no shit like my man Trick Daddy Williams. 1-800 whoop that. Okay, I absolutely love this segment. Then Miz comes out, gets RKO'd on some dumb shit because the Miz is just a troll right now, a whole jobber. This man has not won an entire match in an entire year, which is a goddamn shame. May I add that? But they made Trick Williams, aka Booker T Trick, look real good in the ring. Every time you want somebody to look good in the ring, you put him in there with somebody small. Can we get Ray Phoenix on Raw with his brother instead of dragging Lee and put the Lucha Brothers back together, please? Another reason why Raw was ass, because you had Penta, okay, with Ray Phoenix instead of his, with dragging Lee instead of his brother. I thought that was dumb, but that was good. Another thing on SmackDown, I gotta say this before we get up out of here. I don't like the MFTs. I'm just a huge fan of Sug Sikoa. Okay, I love Sug Sikoa. I think he is so damn good on the microphone. But you know what? I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can hate me for saying this. Are y'all not over the Wyatt 6 set? I mean, what the fuck is their purpose? When I watch the Wyatt 6 in the wrestling ring, I go, oh, this is y'all trying to copy AEW. I get it, because AEW has a fan base, and their fans like corny, stupid shit sometimes. The Wyatt 6 is corny, stupid shit. If Uncle Howie, I believe, gets hurt again, the rest of them is going to sit back, idle, and wait again? Like, that killed their momentum. I get you trying to pay respect, and we all love and hope he rests in peace and to his family for Bray Wyatt. But come on, guys, let this shit go. I just thought it was corny and stupid. I'm over the Wyatt 6. I'm over the MFTs. Too many guys out there. Let that shit go. Winner of that match, so was the MFTs. Then we got, I'm not going to say it. She says, I'm that bitch. Okay? To me, y'all already know what it is. It's that black girl magic right there, yo. She said, I am that bitch. I don't care if you want to match or not. Jordan Grace has her first match. She wins her first match, and then boom, outcome. If they're booking this right here, that's some muscles right there. Them two women got more muscles than anything we ever gonna have, y'all. Okay, if you want to look like these two women, you better take your ass in the gym, because they're gonna beat both our asses. okay, by themselves. All right, that's how I feel about that. Then we got Carmelo Hayes in a great open challenge match, in my opinion, against Shinsuke Nakamura. He wins that match. I loved it. I absolutely did adore that match. But then we get the 3 stages of hell, people. Drew McIntyre finally wins the world title. But it wasn't really a shocker, right? Like, I know I put that in the header. Shocking. Was it even shocking that Jacob Fatu came back? No. You know why? Because wrestling fans, they love to follow the breadcrumbs. Wrestling fans love to hashtag death to dirt sheets. And we kind of knew Jacob Fatu was coming back. It kind of ruined it. Trick knocked the mic out of Randy's hand hard. Might have hit someone because the Trick might have just said shit. Listen, I thought that shit was funny when Trick Williams did that. Jay's muscles or Jordan's muscles. I'm taking Jade's muscles, right? Because to me, Jade is taller. So because she's taller, I think it fits her stature better than Jordan. Jordan, I ain't gonna lie. Jordan Grace, she's come a long way. I think she's the female Gunther, if that's fair, right? Because she was pudgy and she turned all that around. All that softness turned into muscle. And they also did something else with her as far as her aesthetics. I always say, if you're going to be in the WWE, we talked about it last week, right, Vaughn? You got to have a certain look. They changed her look completely from how she was, okay, to make her television ready and pretty with those muscles. And that's what they did. But this match, I thought, delivered in every single way. Cody does what Cody does. And I think that's fair. I don't think Cody gets a fair chance at what he actually... Cody goes all out for his fans. And I think that should be credited for how much he actually does go all out for his fans. I think people don't pay attention to that enough and should respect that enough. This match to me had all the billings of being an awesome match, and it 100% delivered in the cage. We knew Jacob was coming back, but how? The fact that McIntyre won the title because Jacob Fatu also attacked Cody Rhodes, I thought was phenomenal in this whole thing. No pun intended. Winner of this match and your new WWE champion, one Drew McIntyre. And the best part is, guys, he didn't lose his belt 40 seconds after he won it. The best part is, guys, he won his title with an audience watching him win. Not like the COVID mania that we got. Listen, this week in wrestling was just completely heavily focused on Raw and SmackDown because, unfortunately, Raw came on a Monday, like it will be next week. So come back and join us next week for our Raw review of that. Any final words, King Vaughn, before we get up out of here, my brother?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations to Drew for for finally winning the championship in front of an audience. You know what I mean? And as far as that's concerned, and when it comes to Jade versus Jordan, it's pretty much muscle mania right there. I felt like Trick certainly held his own against Randall in spite of that botch with with the mic.
Yeah.
But as far as that's concerned,
he's in there with the arc.
He was there with the legend. You know what I mean? So whatever. It happens. It's not like he's going to get knocked down the card or nothing.
Yeah.
That was his first first major segment of program, whatever. It happens.
Yeah. I call him Booker T. Williams.
There you go.
As soon as I saw that leg kick, I said, "Oh, he's really trying to encounter his uncle Booker."
He is. He really is.
Well, Jeffrey, Cody might be getting a character change and moving him to Raw to take on Roman. I'm calling Cat, first of all, hashtag Depth of Dirt Sheets. I'm calling nobody wants to see Roman and Cody at 3 straight fucking WrestleManias.
No.
Nobody wants to see that. That is terrible, bad booking.
That's
on
lazy.
Every single level. I would rather see, and I'm not going to say, what's the difference? I would rather see Brock versus Roman again before I see Roman versus Cody.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I will be in Vegas, partying like a rock star, out there, shaking my tail feather and having some fun watching wrestling. Because it's Wrestling Mania season, guys. If you cannot like wrestling during this time, what else? You got to watch it from January to April and then pick back up in July for WWE. That's all we had to live by. Right. I don't want to see that again either. So, that's my point. So, listen, guys, we're going to get up out of here again. Do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. and don't love God and don't know that every single time you watch this show,
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
and always remember, we have to pay respect. Other podcasts that I heard y'all call me out, y'all had an award show without me having an award. It just doesn't make any sense.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you think you're still better than me, well,
Message.
you're just not. And anytime you're ready to come talk to me,
Just bring it, bitch.
because everything else just really makes you feel dumb.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
And forever and always, y'all, look at me. I'm beautiful. You see my melatonin skin?
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
All jokes aside, I love you guys. I couldn't do this without you guys. We'll see y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings, yeah. Guard